Hey guys, I hope we're live. I'm gonna see how we're tracking. I'm trying something new. Yes, yes, my experiment is working so far. I'd like to welcome you to another segment of 100% disability and benefits. And this time I want to talk about solar energy. Solar energy. I want to talk to you about the benefit of renewable energy through solar. Yes, I'm still a gas hog and love my petrol and my cars, and I'm still going to keep it that way. But there's a way I can save money month by month on my electric bills. I'm all open, even as a backup for emergency, like on the base, because if the base lose power, uh, you want to have energy available day or night. If the generator shut down, the solar system is still working. Okay, even off the grid. So today I want to talk to you from a perspective on clean energy, solar power. As you know, my wife and I did have selected our home to have solar energy. Yes, we got a generator as a backup, but you just never know. And the way it looks, we're not going anywhere. So we decided to go ahead and get solar energy to save money, get some residual income, some credits as well. And for the investment down the road, we know it's going to pay off a dividend. It's going to, of course, increase the value of my home, but there's a solution for that too. So, if you're looking on my disability page, for those of you who haven't joined, please join this page because I put a lot of information related to 100% disabled veterans information that can benefit veterans. Also put some stuff that can benefit everybody else. And of course, there are some incentives for veterans that I will go into detail in a few minutes. Okay? So, those who don't know me, my name is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, aka Beastmode. Okay? I'm the man who's airborne, of course. I like to make things happen. I like to share information to a lot of people, but this is going to have to be a benefit to you. Of course, I have other things going on. So, I'm going to start from the beginning, right about here. Okay, nope, not right there. Right here. Solar panel grants for disabled veterans, okay? Have you ever heard, though, that there's a grant for disabled veterans? Okay? So I'm going to click this open. And I hope everybody can see it. I see it's prompting on the other end. Now, solar panel grant. There is a grant for solar for disabled veterans. It doesn't give me any indication it was 100% or 5%. Just saying disabled veteran. And see, with this grant, I'm going to read off to you. You'll see the link is on the Facebook page, so you'll see it. Some of you I have already sent the information to. But it says right here, solar panel convert energy to sunlight to electricity, of course, and process known as photovoltaics, if I pronounce that right. Solar panels can be mounted on the roof of a home or another area with an unobstructed access to the sun and can provide some of all of home electricity. Disabled veterans are eligible to apply for several grant programs that support the use of solar power in residential homes. And don't worry, guys, you're on Social Security. Don't think I'm leaving you out. But there's a lot here. You can look on the right and see a grant to help small churches to repair buildings, grant for rewriting wiring a house, government grants for home improvement repairs, where we already know that as a vet. So, what's the benefit of this? Well, let's look at this grant here. This grant and private groups have created a wide variety of grant programs to encourage the use of solar technology. Of course, the administration is pushing it, and I don't have a problem with that. Just don't make it mandatory. Just make it voluntary. The grant are a gift of money that do not have to be repaid. Most solar energy grant programs are available only to institutions such as schools or nonprofit organizations. However, disabled veterans can apply to some grant programs that provide money directly to individuals for residual solar power. That's me and any veteran who have served who are classified as disabled veteran. I hope I'm making sense, everybody. Well, I drink this water right here. So let's look at the federal grant. The federal government has one program that provides grants for solar panel in-home for which disabled veterans are eligible to apply. It's called the High Energy Cost Grant Program. I'm going to say that again. I want you to Google it. I want you to artificial intelligence it. The High Energy Cost Grant Program, managed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. What does it do? It offers grants in areas of the country where energy costs are significantly higher than average. Homeowners, including disabled veterans, can receive grants that can be used for solar panels on residential home. Grant generally range from $75,000 to $5 million. Now, remember, depending where you live and what type of solar system you're going to have, you might have where it has 2 batteries, 3 batteries, 4 batteries, or 1 battery. It can range at the bottom as $40,000 if you want to look at cooling and heating and utilize electricity for your entire home. You lose power, the batteries will kick in as long as there's no sunlight. If there's no sunlight, if there's sunlight, it should be producing energy, okay? So that's what the federal grant for veterans, okay? There's more to it. I'm going to go to it one step at a time. State grants. You do know there are 2 states that have grant programs that provide funding for residential solar power with funds available to disabled veterans and other homeowners. All right, so if you're living in Connecticut, Connecticut has an on-site renewable distributed generation program providing grants for low-income residential energy projects. In 2012, 7.2 million will be set aside for solar photovoltaic projects. I don't know where they create that term from. I'm an electronic major and I'm exalted. All right, maybe they're using photosynthesis, like they do on plants with the sun. The Pennsylvania High Performance Building Incentive Program offers grant up to 10% of the cost of building a green home, including solar panels. There's more to this, guys. Hold on to your hats. Also, local government grants. The Climate Smart Solar Grant Program in Boulder, Colorado. If you're living in Boulder, Colorado, this applies to you. Have energy grant for low-income housing that provide up to 50% of the funding for solar panels. As with other grants for residential solar, disabled veterans are eligible to apply. All right. Utility company grant. Excel Energy Renewable Development Fund grant program in Minnesota provides funds for a wide variety of energy projects, including residential solar panels. Northwestern Energy Montana provides energy grants to its customers with grants up to $6,000 available for solar panels. And $6,000 makes a big difference because solar panels can cost from $40,000 on up. Okay. Programs for veterans, disabled veterans, and other veterans may also be eligible for other types of energy incentive programs. For example, the Department of Veterans Affairs offer the Energy Efficient Mortgage Program for loans to veterans up to $6,000 for solar panel. So what does that mean, guys? If you're looking to mortgage your home and you wanted to upgrade it with solar energy, okay, you'll let whoever is handling you'll contact the Department of Veterans Affairs and let them know that you want this program initiative included into your mortgage. So if you're financing a house, and I'm not a financial advisor, but if you're financing your house, you're getting to buy a house, you add, say, I'm going to put solar panels energy on it, you get an estimated cost and all the other good stuff from the appraiser, and then you submit that package, and I'm quite sure they'll process it and add it to your mortgage. And $6,000, it's up to $6,000. You know, you're going to need every bit of it too. Okay? Let's see. Anything else? Grants for homeowners associations. I'm not sure that's dealing with solar. I'm taking a look here. I don't know if that has to do with the solar, to be honest with you. Probably do. California provide grants up to $3,000 help time. First time home buyer. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, okay. Homeowners association. All right. So I'm going to stop right there on that one. Okay. So this is the website right here. And again, if you don't, you can always Google solar panel grant for disabled veterans. Let's move right along. This right here is a Virginia initiative. You see it's on my Facebook page again. And I'm going to close this out. Virginia Solar Rebate and Tax Credit Calculator. It's already in here. Now, I already sent most of this information that I have gathered so far to the representative who is handling my solar. So you can take it up to the company management and see, hey, guys, what we can do for helping Mr. Arnold, who's a veteran. But one thing I do know, it is law, solar incentive, the federal income tax credit program will take amount up to 30% of the cost. Will give you a 30% credit of the cost of that solar energy that you were looking to purchase. Okay, so 30% of 40,000. Let's say 30% of 40,000. Let's figure that out for fun. Okay. Okay, that's $12,000. I got $12,000. Anybody else come with a different number, please let me know. But I know 30% of 40,000 is $12,000. So you got $12,000 tax credit that's going to be applied to your bill, or to you, to offset the cost of obtaining a solar energy. Okay. Also, there's no state credit, but I'll show you what there's a benefit with that for the Commonwealth of Virginia, because there is one there. So let's move on. And of course, net metering. Let's see what all that means. So in summary, I'm gonna read this to you, and that's from the Solar Review Virginia of the Commonwealth of Virginia. You can get this website. Just go to solarreview.com/solar-initiative/Virginia, and then Google it from there, or Google it the whole thing. So, or click the link on my page, on my Facebook page, and it'll take you there. In summary of Virginia Solar Incentive 2024, Virginia has made a huge splash with the Clean Economic Act, requiring 100% of electricity comes from clean source like solar and wind by 2050. This, guys, it's going to be a mandatory thing. It's a mandatory thing before 2050. Every house is going to have one of these things, guys. Okay? Now, I don't know how in the political world that's going to change, but slowly but surely, as we get away from depending on OPEC, I can see this thing becoming fruition. I mean, I'd like to see an equal balance of this thing. Some solar, some not so solar, maybe gas, oil, and whatever. I mean, we still got plenty of fossil fuel on the planet. All right? The law set a solar energy specific target of 2,000 megawatts of solar by 2030, a huge amount of new power, okay? However, there aren't significant home solar incentives stemming from it to report on yet. And they need to really tighten up if they want people to move on to solar energy in most homes. Overseas, if you live out in the desert or in the desert of the U.S., I think it'd be a great thing. You live right near the equator, it's probably a great thing, okay? And there's some countries that are using solar all the time. So that's perhaps because of the mandatory requirement is so new that utility companies here like Dominion Energy haven't figured out how they plan to meet their target. But yet, they are part of this thing. So the company that I'm working with, they are connected to Dominion in some form, okay? In the meantime, solar power is still a pretty sweet investment, even without big state incentive chipping in. And we would like to see Virginia come up with some great incentives. I would like to see it, okay? I would like to see some. I know some incentives are like the property tax initiative where you're not going to be billed a property because if you put $40,000, your property tax bill is not going to go up $40,000. I know that for sure. So I know that for sure. So federal solar investment tax credit. The federal solar investment tax credit will have the biggest impact on the cost you will face to go solar in Virginia. If you install your photovoltaic system before, let's say, end of 2032, the federal tax credit is 30%, which we already discussed. The cost of your solar panel system, this is how I say, 30% off the entire cost of the system, including equipment, labor, and permitting. And this permitting, you got to get a permit, which I'm working on. I'll probably get one in 2 weeks to start work. For example, if your solar energy system costs $20,000, your federal solar tax credit would be what? $20,000 times 30% equals what? $6,000. Mine is $40,000, so I know it's going to be $12,000. That's times 2. The federal tax credit falls to 26% starting in 2033. So if you don't get it by 2033, Uncle Sam's going to reduce the credit from 30%, and I'm talking about the federal system, federal income tax people, to what? To 26%. So, and I'm not a tax advisor, but I'm a common sense type of guy. They talk about taxable income for that credit to work. You got to have taxable income. Get with your financial advisor on this deal, okay? Get with your financial advisor on this deal. I'm not a financial advisor in any form, but common sense tell me you need to pay taxes. So if all your income tax free in it, then you may not get this incentive. Okay? So you want to have taxable income. All right? What else? Net energy metering in Virginia. Now, this is Virginia. Net energy metering as an incentive for Virginians. With net metering in some states, you'll get full retail rate credit for the amount of electricity you send back into the grid with your solar panel. So I guess I know by spring and summer I'm going to get, I'm going to definitely get some discount or I'm going to get paid. Net metering requires your utility to monitor how much energy your solar power system produces and how much energy you actually consume, okay, versus how much I can consume per day, per kilowatt. Making sure you get credit for the surplus. That would be very nice. After all, you are helping to stabilize the grid and helping them transit to a cleaner energy future. It's like having a step-up transformer, and you just connect the lines. You're still in a series circuit, and your electron flow is still flowing. I'm talking electronic stuff. Sorry, guys. Virginia net metering law applies to all home solar systems up to 20,000 kilowatts in size. All the extra solar energy you create aren't able to use in your home is applied as a credit to your next bill at the utility avoid cost rate. Hallelujah! The void cost rate is about 0.02 per kilowatt hours, or about a third of the retail electricity rate of 0.12 kilowatts per hour. Therefore, it's important to important to size your system well so you aren't generating much more valuable electricity than you can use. Regardless, it's helpful. Virginia compels utilities to provide at least some credit to you when you provide power back to the grid. I think that's more than fair, guys. I think that's more than fair. I'm not seeing where anybody posted anything. Let me see here. Let me see if anybody posted anything. Hold on. Because sometimes this thing could go bonkers. There we go. No questions. Okay, we'll move on. All total surplus built during each 12-month billing cycle, okay, may be carried over indefinitely, or you can choose to sell the electricity back to the utility at the end of the 12-month period. In order to sell electricity to the utility, you must negotiate the power purchase agreement before starting. Virginia solar rebate. When Virginia does not have a dedicated state rebate for solar, Virginia does not have, while Virginia does not have a dedicated state rebate for solar installation, some manufacturers like LG offers their own solar rebate. These programs are usually time sensitive. For example, LG offers a $600 solar rebate on their equipment, which your installers can help you redeem over the next year, probably at the next tax year. And I think this is an example of cost of solar panels in your part of Virginia, all applicable solar. Let me see what's saved about this one. Let's say calculate. Oh, no. I'm already doing this. I was hoping to do a calculation for me. I already got the rate for myself. But you can see utility provider change, utility bill 140.54. That's pretty much how much it's going to be, forever. Price based on 11.3 kilowatts after 30% federal tax credit. And that tax credit lowers the cost. First after the first 2 years. Let's see, cost range, local price 17 to 21,000. Payback period 9.5 to 11 years. That's not true. Net profit 37,907 to 46,331. Savings, and that's supposed to be the saving less system costs. That's debatable. We'll see. And let me see here. That concludes that, guys. And let's go over here. So now you have the guide to Virginia incentive and tax credit for 2024. That's the latest and the greatest, guys. Definitely take a look at that, okay, when making decisions, okay? I'm not a salesman, no. I don't want to work for nobody. I just like helping people. Now, here's another one. Market from MarketWatch.com, Virginia Solar Tax Credit Incentive and Rebates. Now, we already know Virginia at this time does not have it, okay? But it's good to take a look. Okay, so is there any article? Virginia offers 2 primary incentive programs for solar energy. You can combine both with the nationwide federal tax credit. The programs are a property tax exemption for increase in home value after solar. Do you know that your house will increase in value if you add solar to it? Okay? So if I had 40,000, I could put my house over 500,000. Okay, right off the bat. I'm tell you that right now. Which is also a good net worth, your net worth. So adding solar is a good incentive. It's a good thing. Energy certificate. Okay, solar energy certificate, which is a financial incentive for generating clean electricity. The Virginia Save Green Community Program offers low interest financing for energy efficient renewable energy and electric vehicle charging project. Not interested in electric vehicles, of course. Unfortunately, homeowners cannot apply directly. The program is only available for businesses, local government, and nonprofit. Come on, Virginia, you need to tighten up. That's why these things are not going up as fast. Okay? Now, Virginia does have a Virginia Save Green Community Program, offer low interest rate financing for energy efficient renewable energy and electric vehicle charging project. Okay, so, but homeowners cannot apply for that. I guess that's for commercial people. Let's see, what about the tax exemption? Like any other home improvement project, solar panels makes your property more valuable. Virginia has a property tax exemption specifically for the increased home value. So, for example, okay, and I'm going to circle this right here. Anybody see this? Okay. If you own $350,000 home, you own a $350,000 home, and you install a solar system for $20,000 minus 40, you will still be taxed for the home value of $350,000, not $370,000. You know why? Because there's a tax exemption just for having the solar panel on your house. It does increase the value, but Virginia will not tax you for the increase. Okay, we don't know how Virginia is going to act at 2033, but in the meantime, enjoy it, the tax incentives. So I'm at 480,000, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 512,000, and the tax rate, if I was still paying taxes, would be 480,000. Okay, property tax. For example, if you live in a location where property tax rate is 0.75%, you receive $150 per year, per year, 0.75% of the $20,000, and that's the $20,000 for that solar system. Before 2023, Virginia property tax exemption for solar panel system was optional for counties and city governments. This changed in January 2023 thanks to the Senate Bill 686, which makes the tax exemption mandatory for solar energy equipment with the capacity up to 25 kilowatts per watt hour. So you get equipment, piece of equipment that's 25, what's that, 20, that is a piece of equipment with a capacity of 25,000 kilowatts, then you're going to get that exemption. To qualify for the property tax incentive, the local building department of the Virginia Department of Environment Quality must inspect your home solar system and certify that. I'm quite sure that's going to happen because that's mandatory, for what I understand. The guys, before they even turn on the key to turn it on, it has to be inspected. Okay? It has to be inspected and certified. Once it's inspected and certified, I'm good to go. Okay, Virginia Solar Renewable Energy Credit. Okay, it's another incentive. One solar renewable energy credit for every 1,000 kilowatt generated, which sells for $50 to $70. Frequency ongoing incentive for generating clean electricity. Virginia is among the states that has the solar renewable energy credit program. You gain one solar renewable energy credit for every 1,000 kilowatt hour generated by your solar panel, and you can sell the credit to your local electricity provider and other organizations that's subject to renewable energy mandates. And you know what? I would love to do that. I would love to have some extra bacon and, you know, some money for gas and extra cash for I don't know, just for enjoying myself. You know, go to McDonald's or something, go to a nice restaurant. I don't mind that every month, or just take it off my bill. Take that $40, $70 off my bill. If your home solar system generates 10,000 kilowatts in a year, you can expect to sell 10 solar renewable energy credit for a total amount of $450 to $700 per year. That's year, okay? It's not month. The solar renewable energy credit sales represented additional income beyond the normal electric bill savings and solar. Oh, that's beyond that. Oh, cool. I like that. The 2020 Virginia Clean Economy Act established a renewable portfolio standard, RPS, with clean energy targets for local utility companies. So if they buy a solar renewable energy credit from small scale solar owner, the corresponding kilowatts hour count towards their clean energy goals. For example, if a company buys 100 solar renewable energy credit, it counts of having 100,000 kilowatts with solar panels with 1,000 kilowatts per hour per solar renewable energy credit. I hope this makes sense, guys, because I'm just learning this stuff. And of course, Virginia net metering and metering explained offered metering for home solar. Let's see, it's a net meter of 25,000 kilowatts of capacity. Excess of solar it generates sent to the grid is measured and credited to your power bill. If there's a month where your generation is higher than your compensation, you can roll over the balance and your favor to the next month and subtract it from the following bill. That's what I probably do. I probably end up doing that. Okay. How to enroll? I'm going to do all that day one before this turn on the switch. So I'm going to keep this piece of note with me. Dominion has the largest net metering program. In Virginia, it's considered solar panels for homes. You can apply for a net metering directly through the Dominion Energy website. That's steps to summarize. Okay, so I'm not going to read all that, guys. I want you to read it. There's a lot. Don't forget the federal solar tax credit up to 30%. Increased from 26 to 30%, but it will go back after you hit 2033. Okay. And let's talk about the savings. Consider 9,000 kilowatt per hour of solar generation. You can save up to $1,300 per year on my electric bill. Yep. So the biggest thing I get out of this, if I was buying this house and I wanted to finance the renewable energy with this, I could do that through my VA loan. But I had to apply for it first after looking at purchasing the house. Okay, if my understanding is correct, for disabled veterans. Other than that, the other incentives for the federal side, 30% credit for, I don't know, that's per year, for the total cost of the, which is $12,000 off of my bill. I was told it's about $25,000. They get $25,000 off of the cost of the equipment, so we'll see. That way I'll finance the difference and my bill will go less. Will stay the same. But we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you up to date. And I'm starting to lose my voice. Yeah. But I'm looking to sell up to some kilowatts too, so we'll see. And talk about my top solar installer. I have a contact who's pretty good that I can refer you guys to. So, I mean, once you see everything's happening, you may want to get yours done, especially if you're a disabled veteran too, or you're looking to purchase your house, you want to get it done. These guys are professionals. They make sure you get your permit. They make sure all your paperwork's done, and make sure you're happy, because they thrive on referrals. So I'm not going to say who the company is not at this time, not yet, and who's the rep until my stuff is up and it's up and running. Then I'll tell you about it, you know. But anyway, they can do estimates, solar saving, recommended installers, federal solar, net metering, solar incentives. Okay, so that's take care of that. And of course, another from Forbes.com. You know about Forbes magazine, guys. You know what the time it is. So, I don't know what that's doing right there. Thank you. All right. Solar incentives for tax credit rebates. Of course, there's no rebates in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Some companies will give you rebates and discounts, which this one did. I believe this one has already. I got my contract right here. And This is a report right here for 2024. I don't see it. Yeah, May 24th, 2024. Okay, so let's take a look at this article. Okay, table of content. Let's hit this. Virginia solar incentive. Unlike other states, there is no upfront sales tax exemption for solar panels in Virginia at this time. Virginia, you're killing me. Although the property tax exemption is new, and we like that, so a sales tax exemption could be a future possibility. They should already have that in writing. Without a sales tax exemption, homeowner must pay a state-based 4.3 sales tax plus additional tax that varies by municipality. You know, I thought y'all want me to get solar. However, taxpayers can deduct 20% of the amount of the sales tax, which I will do, paid on the solar equipment from their taxable personal income. This incentive is capped at $500. Y'all cheap. Come on, Virginia. You need to tighten up. Send a letter to your senators, guys, and your representative. But that's okay. I'll take the $400. I mean, it's available as a 2024 as an initiative. You move anywhere else, you know, you probably get more, but you probably pay more. Okay, we do have the property tax exemption. Okay, so the value of that piece of equipment, all right, you know, we don't have to worry about it. We're tax exempt for that equipment. So whatever because your home value is going to go up, but you're not going to get ding for it because your home value is going up because you got solar. And this policy went into effect as of 2023. The exemption began a year after the solar panels are installed. So a year later, I shouldn't have to worry about an increase, which I don't have to worry about anyway, and property tax on my house, which could raise my mortgage payment too, because that affects mortgage payment, your escrow. Installing a solar panel generally increase property value, which also leads to increased property tax. With an exemption, homeowners are now not entirely exempt from the tax increase, but the price is marginal for the first few years. Hey, I thought you said I'm tax exempt. For the first 5 years after installation of solar panel, Virginia homeowners get 80% property tax exemption. Okay, here's the breakdown, guys. I knew there was a catch. 80% tax exemption on the first 5 years. For the next 5 years, the property tax exemption drops to 70%. From point on, the property tax exemption is 60% while the solar panels are in use. So as long as the solar panel is used, you know, the first 5 years, 80, the next 5 years, 70, and from that point on, 60%. Federal solar tax credit. All right, what does that mean? We're talking about that again. This ongoing and recently improved federal program is the strongest incentive for solar panel installation around. Sometimes referred as the investment tax credit or the residential clean energy credit. Homeowners can now use this program to get a tax credit for 30% of full cost of their active solar panel system. So whatever I have to pay, parts, labor, installing, I'm going to write that thing off hard where my wife is. Yes, 30%. These savings comes back to them a tax year following the installation of the solar panel. For example, if you pay $10,000 for a solar panel, materials and labor altogether, in 2023, then the tax bill you have to pay in 2024 could be what? $3,000 less. Wow. That's 30% of it. Yeah, that's about 30%. The tax credit is approved through 2033 and was recently increased from 26%, which they had it before. There is no monetary cap on the amount that can be claimed. However, the homeowner must own the solar panel system rather than lease it, and I'm owning. All right, Virginia net metering. Again, you see that's right here. It's self-explanatory. If you're producing excess energy, man, y'all can just go, if you produce more than enough, you can transfer the excess energy that wasn't used in their home utility to a utility company like Virginia Power in exchange for credit. I think that's a good deal. Then you got the solar renewable energy credit. Rather than a one-time incentive for installing solar panels, the program Virginia allows homeowners to earn ongoing solar renewable energy credit. So I'm going to earn, according to this, ongoing energy credit. Unlike the net metering. Net metering is like you're selling to the Virginia Power. It depends on, how you have any access energy to sell. But with the solar renewable energy credit, I'm going to always get that. It's ongoing, and it directly translates to dollars. Solar users can earn one solar renewable energy credit per kilowatt. That's a lot of solar energy produced. Then they can, and for what I know, where the sun rises and where my solar panel is going, it's going to be big. Market can go from average of $35 to a cap at $75 as an open marketplace. Price fluctuate based on supply and demand. That is so true. So that might sound low, but think of it this way. 10 kilowatts should be able to generate 12 solar renewable energy credit per year with $35 average, with a workout of a $420 in annual earning. So how many of you can use an extra $420? I know I can. And of course we have some other examples in here too. Okay, you got the investment tax credit. You got, for the federal, you got the solar renewable energy credit program for the state. Net metering from your local counties and cities. Property tax exemption, that's from the state as well. I'm talking about Virginia. And then again, the average cost per watt for installed solar panel in system in Virginia is $3.12, which is higher than the national average. Woohoo! So if we produce, let's say the system size is 6 kilowatts, mine's going to be more than that. System costs $18,000. Yeah, mine's $10,000, I believe. Let me see what mine's is. Oh boy, it's kind of hard to move in one arm. My left elbow is so bad. It's terrible. It's really terrible. I mean, it really hurts. It really hurts, guys. And it's nothing to play with when it comes to your shoulder as you grow younger. Your shoulders lets you know too, all your limbs, all your bones. Well, it's 41,000, okay. Okay, let's see. I'm just looking at my stuff here. Let's see. Let's see, do they got how much they're going to produce in here? Probably not. Good leaf color, You got my monthly payments. I just want to see what size I have. I forgot. But nevertheless, we'll find out when them guys get here. So definitely consider a home improvement. And let's see. I'm not going to hold you up, guys, on this thing. But once the equipment gets here, I'll have an idea. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I'm going to still keep this right here until it's done. But let's say, for example, 6 kilowatts. It's 18,000 system costs. Cost with federal solar tax credit applied is 13,000. Okay? So 5,000, a little over 5,000 was taken off. Let's say you got a 8,000 size kilowatt solar panel, which is $25,000, and then the system will cost you after tax credit 17,000. Then you have the 10,000 kilowatts item, which will cost 31,000. It will cost you system cost with federal solar credit applied 21,000. That's like 10,000, a little less than $10,000 off that item. That's $9,000. Okay, minus 40. I expect to get 30%. That's $12,000 off of my bill. Okay, give or take. So that's pretty much how it works right there. The average start off is a solar panel in the case of solar. Longer for going solar is still very strong. The combination of federal tax credit along with net metering and then the solar renewable energy credit in Virginia are part of this. You know, they all adds up together. So I'm gonna take advantage of every last one and everything. I wish I could finance it with my mortgage, but that's what somebody. I'm gonna have to call VA on that one and see what they say. But pretty much that's where it's at. If you want to find an installer, there's all over the country. I have one. If you want to know the one I'm using, just let me know, and I'll tell you. Just reach out to me. Anything else, Tony? I think that's it. I think that's it for right now. Oh, and if you want, no, that's not it. This is basically the same information. There's no free solar panel, guys. So don't believe that stuff on TV. We can get you a solar panel for free. There is none, okay? You'll get a knockoff 30%. It'll cost you zero to install, cost zero down, so you don't have to pay no money down to get it. And of course, they're talking about the net metering, solar net metering right here. Okay? Tell you what that is. That's from EnergyBillCrunch.com. Federal solar tax credit, tax calculator, and then your solar state incentives, and then affordable government solar programs that is available. And that's still not include the ones for disabled veterans that I already mentioned earlier. Contact your VA representative for details. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps you in understanding a little better about the solar and renewable energy program, and of course solar as a whole. Because there's a lot of initiatives out there, and I believe you should take advantage of it. And right now is the right perfect time for it, because before interest rates keep going up, because they have gone up tremendously in the last 45 days. I mean, you can't even buy a car less than 2% anymore. You get to pay 8%, even with good credit, and your mortgage is about 8% too. So it's no getting around it, guys. Fortunately, it's not that bad here. But you want to get on this thing, take a look at it, at least educate yourself on it if you decide later on. But you got by 2050, it's mandated for everybody will go solar. And just how it is. I don't write the policies. I don't write the legislation. And I'm definitely not, I don't put executive orders out there. So you got to talk to the person who put these orders in place, the executive orders, and these laws, the legislations. You talk to them. You write a letter to them. Don't write a letter to me. I have nothing to do with that. Right now, I'm just trying to take advantage of something that could potentially be good for me and my wife, and also on a contingency plan in case a Ukraine situation happens and everybody's out of power but me. And that's where I want to be. But if you don't want to lose power, especially living, as we call the sticks, if you live out there, you definitely need solar power somewhere out there in the area, somewhere to benefit you. You just have your lights on. Anyway, guys, I'm pleased and thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I pray it's been a benefit to you. Again, the initiative is going to be mandated by 2050. It's going to be 30% from the federal government. It's going to be reduced down to 23%, unless new legislation is new laws are implemented and new executive orders are implemented that, give you more incentives. And I'll be mad if you do because I missed it because I got it now. So anyway, guys, love each and every one of you. Be good to each other. Love your country. And may God bless America. Love the Lord. And this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, a.k.a. Beastmode Airborne, signing off. Have a good day.